Yo, man, we back with another one. Stay tuned live. Damn you two sports talk. JB, we got Ron, Ralph Sneaks. We here. What's
What's up,
happening, fella?
guy?
What's up, man? And before we get going, man, I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Of course, yesterday was Father's Day, so
Appreciate it,
even
man.
if
Happy
e-
Father's Day,
even
man.
if
Happy
you
Father's Day.
even if you're not a biological father, you still might be, a father figure to somebody. So shout out to all the fathers
Right.
out there, man. We don't want no bashing, even though it's some ain't shit fathers, but we still,
Yeah.
just like it's some ain't shit mamas, but we ain't gonna get into all that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hey, you
it
ain't
go
lying
both
now. You ain't
it,
lying.
it
You
go both
never
ways.
lie about that.
It go both ways,
Right.
It's some ain't shit daddies and some ain't shit mamas. It go both ways. But
Right.
Happy Father's Day, the same way I said Happy Mother's Day. So gotta show respect to them just like you showed it to the mother. So speaking of Father's Day, we had a little situation yesterday with Geno. I don't know what the hell that was, and it's crazy that it came out on Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So what you feel? What you think about? Even though I read today that he's been cleared. You know what I'm saying? So they no longer investigating it. Yesterday was investigating it, but I read earlier today, a few hours ago, they cleared it, no longer investigating it, unless something else come from that for them to reopen an investigation or
Right.
something about it. But I don't know what the hell that was about. To me, it just seemed like a lot of. I hate when people put shit on social media like that because
Mm-hmm.
if the situation is that bad, you need to be getting authorities involved, not putting the shit on social media so you can get some likes and some comments and
Right.
feedback. If the situation is really that bad, you need to get the law involved. You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
it's that bad, instead of putting the shit on, and even if that's the case, just leave.
I, mm-hmm.
Document it and get the hell on. I mean, I hate when it's something that serious or allegedly that serious
Right.
going on and you going live, you making a video and shit. Man, if it's that serious, get get the authorities involved and get it handled that way and get the hell out of harm's way if you in harm's way. But how
Right.
you feel about the situation, Ron? Because it shit just popped up and out
Now,
of nowhere.
now, let me say this. What the NFL going to do?
Shit. Well, I mean,
Um,
what did she say he actually did?
I think I
You think
don't know how true this is.
you think she lying?
I think it's a money grab. That's what I think. It's just my opinion. I think it's a money grab.
Could be. Probably so.
She think he got money or whatever.
So
I
that's
don't
some
know
bait.
if that his wife or baby mama or whoever she is. But that's what I think. Like you just said, it's just not coming out
On
it,
Father's Day.
on Father's Day. Now, I'm not saying she lying. I'm not saying he lying. I'm not picking no sides. But I just, a little fishy to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
It
stuff like that always seem a little
Right.
fishy to me.
A little fishy. Like it looked like she baited him in.
That what it looked like she was trying to do. Because the video
Right.
I seen, now I don't know how many different videos out there, but the one I seen was like he was sitting in a car and he left out the car and she was at the door or something. He had the door open or
Right.
whatever, and he had his shirt off. And he, like you said, kind of like she was baiting him,
Right.
because she was doing most of the talking.
Right.
And he left and went somewhere else and she was behind him or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it looked like you said, like she was baiting him. But
Like
who's stupid enough to do some type of assault
right.
when
Right.
they know the cameras is rolling
Right.
and it's gonna be posted up on social media for the world to see?
Like the only video I seen, he was in the garage, she was in the garage. They both were yelling at each other as she ran.
That one too.
That the only video. Now, send me the video you talking about, but that the only video I seen.
All
So,
right, when I find it, I'm gonna post it so you can see the one I
but
was
I was
looking at.
like, it just popped up. A lot of people were sending it to me. I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was like he said move or lead in or then
Yeah,
she
but what is the NFL? Like you said, what the NFL gonna do?
right. We don't know. Now, the NFL they don't want basically no drama.
Yeah.
They don't want no drama whatsoever. Now, I don't know what the NFL going to do. The NFL could punish him, or they could not say, you know what, he did not go to jail. It is what it is. He already got it bad for being on the Jets anyway, so they couldn't say that. I mean, let's keep it 100. The Jets, when the last time they had a legit quarterback?
So if Geno gets suspended, oh, I'm just saying if I don't know what else might come out of this situation. Like I said, I read earlier they said he was cleared, the investigation,
Right.
what they was done, but even if he have to sit down, is that shit? That might be better than playing.
Right. Them, no. When
So,
the last time that the Jets had a legit quarterback?
oh shit, I don't know. When you said legit, because they did go to what, a AFC Championship game
Yeah.
with Mark Sanchez, right? But
Mark
you
Sanchez,
wouldn't consider Mark Sanchez a legit quarterback, though, would
not
you?
a decent. I would consider him decent,
He
but
was
a legit.
a game manager. Is what
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
words of Cam Newton, he was a game manager type of
Certainly.
quarterback.
But a real legit quarterback like Brett Favre?
Shit, probably. Because after that, they've been asked out on QBs.
Right. So it like,
You brought
do
Aaron
you?
Rodgers in there. He wet the
He,
bed. He pissed the
right.
bed.
Right. So like I said, if they suspend him, maybe he be happy. Be like, shit, I suspend for 8 games. I just saying, but that I don't like the Jets. Let me say this. I don't like nothing about the Jets. I don't like the owner. You more worried about what your grandson doing on Madden
The team.
than the team. Why you should have the team? That show me you're not competent to run a team.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm not expecting the Jets to be.
Right.
They got better on paper.
Yeah, but everybody look good on paper.
Not everybody. Not
You,
quite.
who don't look good on paper?
Who don't look good on paper?
Who don't look good on paper?
The Raiders.
No, we can't say that. They got some pieces now.
I know what I'm saying. The Jets got some pieces, but I'm saying they look better on paper this year than they did last year. Is what I'm saying.
I'd rather take the Raiders team than the Jets team.
You'll take the Raiders right now over the Jets.
Over the Jets right
You
now.
think the Raiders, the Jets gonna have a worse record than the Raiders?
Most definitely.
So how many wins? Like how many wins you think the Raiders many more wins the Raiders gonna have over the Jets?
Mm-hmm. To be honest, I could see the Raiders 6 wins.
6 wins for the Raiders and how many for the Jets? 2?
2.
I was just guessing when I said it. I didn't think you were gonna say 2.
No, 2. Real talk. Who they have?
I mean, I'm just saying they added where it wasn't that hard to be better, get better talent on the team this season than what you had last year, because you ain't had shit last year. So Breece Hall is there. Garrett Wilson should be back in playing. What's the other wide receiver that came from Indiana? Is it Omar Cooper?
I think so.
They drafted him out of Indiana, so they drafted him. Even though they traded away Sauce Gardner,
right? They're your best corner since the Red Reeves in my eyes.
Oh no. Sauce ain't that. Sauce wasn't.
Sauce, we
Sauce.
say this every year. Systems make people better. Sauce had not done shit with the coach.
They drafted David Bailey, the Texas Tech. The argument. Well, the best. I don't know exactly because I didn't watch a whole lot of Texas Tech football. I didn't start seeing David Bailey and start following his tape until coming up towards the combine and they, pro days and stuff like that. But they drafted him, and they got King and Sadiq. So they added talent to the team. Yeah, Omar Cooper. Omar Cooper, that's his name.
Now look at what the Raiders have.
Then they drafted a cornerback in the second round from Indiana too.
Look what the Raiders did in free agent and the draft.
Now I understand the Raiders did add a lot on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? To go with Max Crosby still there. If Max Crosby don't get traded,
he's not doing nowhere.
And then last year was boy from Boise State. Damn, can't remember his name now. The running back, Ashton Jenney. I mean, he there. Kirk Cousins came over there and they took Mendoza with the first pick.
Right.
And then Brock Bowers still there. Tight end.
Right.
So I put them on the same tier of. I don't think the Jets is head above heels better than the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders is a head above better than they're same tier team, same caliber team.
I mean, I could see that, but I also could see the Raiders come out and
both of them in tough divisions.
Let's be honest.
Well, I ain't no. The Raiders in a tough division.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, the AFC East is tough because Miami.
You got Buffalo, you got Patriots,
and that's it. Miami ain't doing shit.
Yeah,
that's
Miami
just. Yeah. So the AFC West, you got Denver, Kansas City, and the LA Chargers. Right. So that's a tougher division right now than what what the Jets at. Yeah. The Jets, like you said, there's only two teams in that division that's really gonna be doing something this year. Yeah. That's gonna be the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. You're not looking for the Jets to do much, and damn sure ain't looking for the Dolphins to do much.
Right.
So,
I mean, we gonna see. We will see.
But I don't know what the hell going on with Geno. But if I'm these NFL players, well, if I'm an athlete, period. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm in the NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever, and I'm getting that kind of money, the first red flag I see from a woman, I don't give a damn if she my fiance.
Right.
The first red flag I see is your ass out of here. It's either you out of here, or either I pack my shit to go and I figure out about the legal shit after the season over with or whatever. I figure that shit out after the season. But I'm not fixing to jeopardize that kind of money for no bullshit, Ron. Now, if me and you get into an altercation or whatever, and red flag, it's depending on what the altercation, how serious the altercation is, and how far it escalated, bro. I ain't got time for that shit, man. You out of here, bye. Or either I leave and I figure out, and I wait till the off season to figure out how to get the house and all to get my shit back. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But right now I can't forfeit my career and this money for no bullshit. But a lot of people, and I'm not saying all, but it's a lot of people who say the same thing I'm saying, but stay in the situation and put up with the bullshit because I guess they get off on toxic shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get off. They say how much they don't like toxic situations, but to some people they get off on this shit. They just like toxic shit. They feel like it ain't real if it ain't toxic somewhere. Right. So they stay in deal with that shit, but not me, bro. If I'm making that kind of money and I'm not trying to jeopardize my career for that, I don't give a damn if we got kids together,
Right.
I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my child and shit like that, but bro, I ain't finna stay around here and jeopardize his money because all she got to do is do what Geno Smith did. I mean, what all she got to do is with Geno. With I don't know if that was Geno Smith, old lady, or just a side piece, or I don't know what she is to Geno. You know what I'm saying? But all it takes is that for an investigation to get opened up, then the team get involved, and then you got to go through all kind of loops to clear your name out of some shit that,
Right.
and and a lot of times that don't be the first time this shit happened.
Right.
Who to say that shit ain't been going on between Geno and the other, and she just decided then to put it on social media. You know what I'm
But
saying?
but a lot of times, well, I cannot even say that. Sometimes a lady, a female, will provoke you to do that. Provoke you to
Yeah,
do something to them.
right.
Like, I know I got a lot of homeboys. They one of my homeboy, he passed away 5 years ago. His old lady provoked him all the time. All the time. And I like he came to me, he came to my crib and he was like, "Well, what should I do?" I was like, "Leave." But I love her so much, I don't want then you like the drama. You
Yeah,
like that shit.
fuck all that, man. Fuck. I
Yeah,
mean,
fuck all that bullshit, man. I'm not finna go back and forth with you.
I'm not with that shit, and I ain't got nowhere near the kind of money they making.
What?
So I damn sure ain't gonna be with the shit when I
Right.
if I'm making that kind of money. I ain't
So
jeopardizing it.
a lot of females like to push dudes' buttons. He could be sleeping. He could be chilling in the bedroom, sleep. A female be coming out. Pow! What the fuck are you dreaming about?
Yeah. Now I'm not saying that there aren't situations where
What?
it
Right.
is domestic violence going on, because
Right.
there are situations where it really is going on, and the woman really is the victim. But I'm talking about the situations that's not like that,
Right.
and females provoking the guys, trying to get them to do some shit because they know it's gonna affect they, all because they might be mad at them about something, but not
Right.
understanding, realizing when you fuck up their money, you
The,
fucking up yours too.
right. The
You know what I'm saying?
household money. You
Yeah, you fucking up
how we
yours too.
how we pay the bills and shit.
So, and then, and I'm not saying this about all females. I'm definitely not saying this about all females, but you got some that don't give a fuck if they fuck up your money, because they can jump back out there and get another athlete,
Right. That
or
like shit.
another, or not necessarily an athlete, but anybody that got the kind of money. Everybody ain't
Right.
got the kind of money, but they don't put themselves into, uh for the lack of better words, they don't put themselves into a certain category, a certain pool. So they
Right.
only be around certain type of people now. Like they
Right.
done went from being around average people to now being around rich people. So
Right.
once they leave one rich person, they in a
That
circle where they can find another one. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So they're not really going back down to the average pool no
Right.
more, the average circle. They staying in that rich because they've now been introduced to a lifestyle and been introduced to people amongst that lifestyle. So if
Right.
it don't work there, they already got themselves in a situation where they can just be amongst other, So
Right.
they might fuck your money up, or put you in or try to, provoke you to fuck your money up,
Right.
and they don't give a damn because now they're in a circle where they can go get another baller. You know what
They'll
I'm
be like,
saying?
hey,
You see females all the time that, you know, got 4 kids by 3 different dudes, and the 3 dudes she got 4 kids by all of them athletes. So,
mm-hmm,
I mean, we see it all the
mm-hmm.
time, or
Right.
not even athletes, be entertainers, be rappers and
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I
they don't
mean,
put themselves in that circle. So
but yeah, man, it's crazy. Gino, he better smart up. He better get his shit together.
yeah, but
If you don't, you will not have no career for long.
yeah, I'm like, damn that shit. I'm not forfeiting and jeopardizing no money for no
Yeah.
for no bullshit. It got to be
That
something
type of
serious.
money on the table too. Shit.
It's yeah, and yeah, I'm not saying Geno Smith is, because he definitely not amongst the highest paid quarterbacks, but still, even the money he make is still a hell of a lot of money to
Right.
to to 8 out of 10 people that you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's still a hell of a lot of 9 out of 10 people. You know, that's still a hell of a lot of money.
The
You
way
know,
the economy is today, shit, you better leave that man alone. You better let that man go play football. Shit.
yeah, you fuck up his money. If you ain't got nothing going in no motion, you fucking up your money too.
Right.
But I'm not saying stay there and take no bullshit. And
No.
if it's violence, if it's domestic
Right.
going on, I ain't saying stay there and take the shit because he making that kind of money. But
No.
a lot of
If,
shit it be petty.
right. If it, I will say this. If we don't never know what a person going through behind closed doors. We don't. We don't. Like you just said, if it getting that bad, you got to put your hands on each other. Leave.
Yeah.
Leave. Take your clothes, take your shoes, your video games, or whatever. Leave. Me personally, I would walk away real quick before I fuss with my old lady.
Yeah.
My old lady would tell anybody, run, really get the fuck on.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then because I was serious here, but it's funny now that I think about it. I remember this was back like years ago. This might have been around 2014, 2015-ish, around that time.
Mm-hmm.
But probably a little bit before then. But anyway, me and this chick, we was talking and we had went out and it was her sister's birthday. So we went out. So I'm under the impression that other people gonna be there. There's gonna be other females there, and they gonna be with they dudes, right? So we get to the restaurant, and I was the only dude there. It's like, so it felt kind of awkward because they was having conversations about girl shit, and I couldn't really say shit in the conversation because I'm the only guy there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really get in the conversation because they was having a lot of girl talk that didn't include me. So,
see.
And then I'm sitting there, and you know, the girl I came with that I was talking to at the time, she had brought some shit up at the table that me and her talked about behind closed doors, just amongst me and her. But she brought the shit up at the table in front of everybody, trying to be funny and shit. Now I don't know if she was doing that. I don't know why she did that. Maybe she had one too many drinks or whatever, but she did it. So around the time she did it, the food was coming. So I went ahead and, you know, ate my food. I'm talking about I was hot. I was pissed. I ain't say nothing though. But she can look at me and tell I was pissed. I was hot. So what I did was I already knew how much the food cost, but I just left more than enough to cover my food. So when she came around with the checks and giving everybody, you know, the checks or whatever, I left my money in the check, and you know, I left a tip or whatever. So, old girl, she was supposed to ride back with me. Like she came with her sister, but she was supposed to leave and come back with me, back to my spot. So I left, went to the bathroom, and after I came out the bathroom, I never went back to the table. Like I went and got in the car and left.
Right.
I left at the restaurant, dog. I left the chick at the restaurant, dog. So by this time, it's like 1:00 in the morning. I went straight home. I'm talking about after I left the restaurant, I went straight home because I had to go to work the next day anyway. I went straight home, bro. She called on my phone like I had like 3 or 4 missed calls from her like 1:00 in the morning. She was calling, bro. After I woke up in the middle of that night, she was knocking at the door. Her sister had brought her over to my spot, dog. Her sister dropped her off. Me not even thinking about asking did her sister drop off or nothing like that. Cause her car was at my complex, apartment complex. Like I said, it's after 1:00 in the morning. So I know I'm getting off subject here, but boo, you got to get back on. But moral of the story is, bro, when I seen that red flag, I got the hell on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like, why the fuck would you do that? This is something me and you talked about.
Right. You don't dare let me know some females, in my opinion, cannot keep the mouth shut. They let me know I cannot tell you nothing. They let me know me and you don't need to be together.
I think that's why I don't be opening up to
Right.
females no more. Cause
Because
that wasn't even like it was major, but it wasn't like major major. You know what I'm saying?
right. But it just
It's
it
just the
just
principle. Why the fuck you do that?
what
Why the fuck you bring
right.
it up at the
Why
table?
you even saying anything that me and you talk about?
And to people, it was only two outside of her and her sister. I didn't know nobody else at the table. I only knew her and her sister.
And see now
All
first
the and it was like eight, it was like seven of us, it was like six females and one dude, so it was like seven of us. And I
see
only knew her and her sister. The other girls I did not know.
see me if that was me and I see all these females coming and we going to the same we
They was
going
they was already sitting at the table. We walked in, they had just got seated, so we
see
didn't have to. I got to
I
the table
would
and it was like six females.
I would have looked at my girl, I'd be like, you know what? I see you at the house. You stay here. I
Enjoy
go
yourself,
somewhere
man. That shit was like it had me heated. I didn't even
else.
really. Once I saw I was the only dude there, I was like,
Yeah, I would have made oh
I, I,
I don't feel so good.
I ain't
I
had
got
no interest in being there when I realized I was only dude there. I'm like, damn, I'm sitting there looking around. I'm seeing people come in the restaurant, and I'm hoping one of the dudes that's coming in is coming over to sit at the table. Like,
yeah. I'll be
shit,
like I'll be like nah.
that shit
Man,
ain't never happened. So,
but
but the hell with it. That I guess is why I don't, like I said, I don't open up the
mm,
females like to that level, you know.
right,
But if
mm,
it's something that I know I don't want out and I'm talking to you about it, I just don't tell you, or either I lie about
right,
it. And when you ask me, I give you a good reason why I lied, because I don't, you know.
right,
So if you do go back and tell somebody I told you, you telling a lie because I told you a lie. So
right.
so that'll kind of teach you not to be going back
Money in
telling
your
shit that
mouth. Right,
yeah about shit that we discussing or that's supposed to stay between me and you, not
right.
outside of that. But back on topic, man. You got the NBA draft coming up tomorrow night. Uh, of course we know the Washington Wizards got the number one overall pick. Trae Young, he just I think he's gonna sign or just
Yeah,
signed. I think he gonna sign. What is it? 3-4 years, 212.
yeah,
So they can kill the speculation about him leaving Washington. He's gonna sign back, which I already knew he was. That's probably was
right,
discussion before they even made the trade.
right,
That he was gonna opt out and he was
right.
gonna. They do it all the time. Like players always opt out and then re-sign with the same team for more money. But
Yeah.
who you we got a top 10 mock. Who you got number one overall to the Wizards?
Oh shit. The dude from BYU.
AJ the Banster.
AJ, that dude nasty. That that dude nasty. I don't. That dude, he too good to be in Washington. But and I'm just talking about Washington, the team.
Yeah. Why you say that? They got
I
a nice
just
squad.
hope that me personally, I just hope that do that young man right.
They got a nice on paper. They got a damn good young squad on paper.
Right, but they got AD there. AD not happy.
They could flip him. I heard Portland was interested. So
So
they could trade him.
right, so that let me know if I'm him, I'll be like, you got to promise me something. You got to put it on paper. You got to put something on paper. If I come into Washington, you got to put something on paper telling me you really trying to fix this team.
But that's a good right now, that's a good young team.
Right,
Outside of AD. AD is
but
older, but
right. That my point. We seen in the NBA finals. Everything need a bit man.
yeah, I mean they got Alex Saw there. I think
Right,
he a 7-footer.
right. But he don't got the experience what AD bring. You see what I'm saying? So he need that veteran.
Now we're not talking about Washington being in the Eastern Conference Finals next year. No, 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 no,
No,
no, no.
no,
We're
no,
talking
no.
about Washington potentially at least being a play-in team next year.
Right,
You look at what the Charlotte Hornets was able to do with the
right,
team they got this year.
right.
You look at the Washington Wizards could possibly be in that
Like that.
situation,
Right,
yeah, if they stay relatively healthy. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
If they stay healthy, if they do right about their team. That's what I'm saying. If I'm that kid, I'll be like, hey dog, you got to write this shit on paper. Don't the most people the lie. Oh, I didn't say that. No, put this shit on black and white.
Because he got to do at least 3 years before his rookie extension, right?
Right.
So that the Washington Wizards are only gonna get better.
Yeah.
They're only gonna get better. You know, uh, now I'm not sure what they're gonna do. I'm not sure who their coach is. Um,
That another one. See what I
but
mean?
the coach they have may be suited for a mostly young team like what they are.
Maybe. But they got to know this before tomorrow night. That's what I'm saying. You
Oh,
got to
they're gonna take AJ DeBanster. They in my mind, there's no way in the hell you let AJ DeBanster get past you with the first pick.
you sure?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm sure because
You
he just you is no like when if you take it when if you the Washington Wizards, you take AJ DeBanster with the first overall pick tomorrow, he instantly is your small forward.
what?
There's no having to move anybody around. He is naturally gonna go and fit right in there at your small forward position day one,
So
instantly. There's no what this guy can move and play to fit make room for him to do it. No, he slides right in there at the small forward.
so let me say this to you. Is somebody, let's just say uh, um a good team call you saying, hey, we give you four four round four first round draft picks.
Not doing it.
I mean, they you, but Washington might be like, you know what? We might could really do something with those draft picks. And you be the laughing stock of the NBA all over again.
They're not gonna do that because you when you say a good team, you mean like a playoff team?
Like a playoff team,
Okay, a playoff
O-
team.
OKC.
Okay, what picks? I'm still not doing it because OKC is a playoff team, a conference finals team. So those
Right,
picks are gonna be late anyway.
right,
So I don't want late picks when I got the number one overall pick. I don't care how many you throw at me. I got the number one pick.
right.
This guy I'm taking with number one, you know,
A difference maker.
is exactly his value is probably gonna be now. I don't know yet, but I'm just saying based off his skill set, his value is gonna be worth more than those picks that you
Right,
give me. Because like I said, they gonna OKC is a playoff team and a
right,
conference finals caliber team, so those picks gonna be late.
right,
You can't pay even if I take them picks and package them up. I'm not gonna be going but so far up. I'm not gonna get. You can't get as high as the number one pick. That's high as you can go.
right.
So that's why I got the Wizards going too. AJ DeBanster, like I said, he's there's
He
no question he slide right in at the small forward
right.
position.
He fit in like a glove.
Right.
Now, can they get the right head coach? We gonna see. Can, but I got them making some noise this year.
The Wizards.
Yeah, I really got them making some noise.
Yeah, because they had the worst record in the NBA last year.
Right. You
17-65.
right.
Dead last.
You don't got nowhere to go but up. You don't got nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, Alex Saw is 7 foot tall. So
Right. I would have just gave her some bread and left. And that's it.
Oh, they talking about that
What?
the restaurant store I was telling.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
did.
was
I paid the waiter, and then I said, man, I'm going to the bathroom. I
right.
did go to the bathroom, and after I left, after I got in the bathroom, I jetted, man. I took my
Well,
keys, my phone, I took all this shit with me.
I would have been like, you know what? Deuces.
Boy, she called me about an hour and a half later.
Where you at, block? Nah,
Man,
no worry about it.
man, home. I gotta go to work
Right.
tomorrow.
Knocked out.
Yeah, I ain't dealing with that shit. So number 2, the Utah Jazz.
That
Because like
that
I said, the draft the draft don't start to pick 5. Because we
me,
already know the 4
that
players
where
that's
I'm
going
at.
top 4.
Right. That where I'm at.
We know the top 4 players going. We just
Right.
don't know exactly the order, but we know the 4 players is going top 4.
Right.
And so the draft to me don't start till 5. So who you got
Carlo
going to the Utah?
Boozer, son.
Cam Boozer, same
Yep.
here. I think he
Yep.
go there too. Yeah, I think he go there too. Cause then didn't Utah draft his daddy, Carlos Boozer?
I don't know if they drafted him. Though he played on so many teams. He played in Chicago. He played in Cleveland, Utah. What? I think that it. They might did draft him. I'm
Yeah, they
not
did.
okay. Yeah. If Carlo Boozer,
No,
I forgot.
he played with the Utah Jazz.
Okay. So
Yeah.
who drafted him?
Hold on. I forgot who drafted Carlos Boozer. I had a brain freeze just that damn quick because I was thinking about something else. Oh, damn, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah. If Carlos Boozer wrote for that team too. So I think I forgot what he do for the team, but yeah. Bring your son there.
Yeah,
You do
he do something with the I want to say something with scouting,
right.
the scouting department.
You do finish develop your son. And you do keep an eye on your son. I mean, if I'm him, I'm wanting to draft my son. I'm gonna keep an eye on my son.
Yeah,
Like,
he do. I think he do something in the scouting department. But
yeah,
and then he spent his last year with the Lakers. So
yeah,
he spent more time with Utah than any other team he
yeah,
played for.
most definitely.
I think he did like 7 years with Utah, something like that. 7 or 8 years with Utah.
Wow, I just thought he did 4. Wow.
Nah, the first 2 years he was in Cleveland. Then he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Chicago.
He did 7 years with Utah. He went to Chicago after Utah
Wow.
for 3. No, he went to Chicago for 4 years, and then he finished his last year in LA with the Lakers.
But
But
yeah,
a bulk of his career, majority of his career was in Utah. So
that was always
and like you said, his daddy, I think he's in the scouting department
right.
with the Utah Jazz, if I'm not mistaken. But he does something with the Utah Jazz. But I
Yeah.
think it's scouting department that he's with. So I think they're gonna take Cam Boozer, even though they got that's another team that's got a good young squad.
What?
They could go Darren Peterson here, but Darren Peterson said that he didn't want to, and I'm not saying that the Jazz are not going to draft him because he said he'd rather prefer to be drafted first or third.
What?
But we saw Utah last year take Ace Bailey, and Ace Bailey didn't want to be there. But
What?
they took his ass anyway. So
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did take Darren Peterson, but I know he wants to play the point.
What?
And Keontae George is there, which Keontae could probably slide to the 2 to let Darren Peterson play the 1. But I heard that his camp and Darren Peterson and Keontae George got the same. They represented by the same, agent.
What?
And so I guess that's why the agent don't want him there. As a conflict of interest to his clients, both of them.
Me, I never draft Carlos Boozer's son. That's just me though.
Yeah, I would go that route too, because if you look at the Utah Jazz, that front court has kind of got a log jam. You remember they traded for Jaren Jackson Jr. from Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave up 3 first-round picks to get him. So he's not going nowhere. Laura Markin is still there on a big contract.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to re-sign Walker Kessler, who turned down $140 million contract because he's looking for more.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Cam Boozer,
Mm-hmm.
if you take him with the second overall pick.
What?
So you got your, and those guys can only play the 4 and the 5. I don't see Cam Boozer playing the small forward position at the NBA level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got some moving in the front court you're gonna have to do if you are the Utah Jazz and you take Cam Boozer, because there's no way in the hell you take Cam Boozer number 2 overall just to have him coming in behind somebody when he was the second overall pick. You know, you got to get him out there on the floor right away.
Right. I think that young man and his father there too. You should know. Can't nobody develop your kids or your nephews like you can.
Yeah.
You know what your son. You see what I'm saying? What his weakness and what he good at. So, me too. I know what my nephew weakness at and what he good at. So, if I'm them, we don't even need to talk or nothing, huh? We taking him.
Yeah. They got a good young squad. It's just that if Utah don't end up being like OKC as far as being a team that's winning, competing, get an NBA chip out of the young players that they have, you know, it's gonna be hard for them to do it in the West. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done because OKC did it, but OKC is also ran well by Sam Pressure. They make good, smart moves and good trades and good and you know, they draft well. So Utah has got a good young squad, you know, but I could see them taking Cam Boozer here over Darren Peterson, even though they could. I wouldn't be surprised if they took Darren Peterson anyway, despite him not wanting to, you know, be in Utah. I can still, because they did it last year with Ace Bailey.
Right, but I think they will take Carlo Boozer, son.
Cam Boozer.
Yeah, my bad, Jake. Like father, like son.
Yeah.
So
up next, the Memphis Grizzlies. They on the clock, third pick. What you got them taking?
A point guard.
So that would be Darren Peterson. He plays right away.
They need a point guard or a big man or a power forward.
They got Zach Edey there, right?
Yeah, but you just said they traded
Jaren Jackson. He's gone.
Jaren Jackson, and what he is, a power forward / center, right?
Yeah, but I think he'll play the power forward position.
Okay.
In Utah, because you know, if they get Walker Kessler re-signed, then that would be the center.
Right. So, what Memphis going to do with John Morant? That's the question.
This is what I think gonna happen. I got them taking Darren Peterson. Memphis taking Darren Peterson at 3. He slides in, becomes the point guard right away. John Morant is all but gone. Technically, he's still a Memphis Grizzly because he ain't got traded yet. But it's just a matter of time of when, not if, but when John Morant get traded. Now, rumor is it John Morant. I mean, the Timberwolves is interested in John Morant, and Julius Randle will be a part of that package. So if they do draft Darren Peterson with the third pick, they would then get that power forward in the John Morant trade in Julius Randle, and he stepped in. You know, that's their power forward.
Hey, I'm Minnesota.
If it happens.
I
mean, that's the room. That's the room I seen. Heard,
right.
But
if I'm Minnesota, by deuces, I be get the moving truck for that big dude.
Julius Randle.
Yeah, I be get the moving truck.
That's the room I heard. So,
who next?
4th pick, Chicago Bulls. I got them taking Caleb Wilson out of UNC.
I could see that. Yeah.
He's not getting past Chicago at 4. Those are the first 4 players that's definitely going to go in the draft.
If he get back past Chicago, then somebody need to get fired in Chicago. If he get past Chicago, Somebody need to get fired. I know they just hired a new head coach. Um, but if they don't draft that young man, somebody need to get fired.
Yeah, because I think Tiago Splitter
Yeah,
is just got hired in
yeah,
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah,
If they don't draft that young man, somebody they need to get fired in the front office.
which I can't. There's not a scenario which I can see him falling past Chicago.
Me either. I know I said.
Me either. And Chicago, they need a lot of shit.
Shh, who
They
you
need
tell?
a, they need a lot of shit.
Who you tell?
They need a foundational piece, which they don't have. Uh,
They
you
got
know,
one here that used to be with OKC.
Josh Giddey, he's not.
Yeah,
I mean, he's there, but
he wait a minute. He's supposed to be the face that made this big old hype around him.
nah, he ain't. He ain't. I mean, he's a piece to have, but he's not the piece. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Josh Giddey is somebody that you build a team around. I think Josh Giddey is somebody that's you just add to the team with the person you building the team around.
They were talking all the big boy shit about him. Talk about
No,
he was the face of their franchise. He this, he that.
no, 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 not at all. Fifth pick belongs to the LA Clippers.
Oh shit. That need everything too.
I
Now,
got them taking a guard, Keaton Wagler out of Illinois.
don't they still got what his name with the braids, the claw.
Kawhi Leonard, yeah, he's still there, but for how long we don't know.
Right. That what I was finna say for how long. Do you need to get off of him right now?
I
Does his
think it's
value decent like right here?
I think at some point you do. Room is it that if the Miami Heat strike out on Giannis, they could pivot towards a Kawhi Leonard trade.
I could see that.
That's what the room is. But
I
but I
mean,
don't know. I don't know. I got them taking, even though they got traded for Darius Garland, he was part of the James Harden trade.
right.
I still see them taking a Keaton Wagler, here, another guard here.
I could see that.
Yeah, I can see them taking another guard here.
Yeah.
But six, the Brooklyn Nets. Who
Ooh,
you got?
shit.
They need a lot of
God.
shit too.
That nigga got that nigga got I'm sorry. That nigga everything and the kitchen sink.
Yeah,
I'm
Michael
sorry.
Porter Jr. there, but for how long we don't know.
I've been hearing rumors. They talked about trading him.
Yeah, the Pistons should have jumped on that
Yeah.
and traded for him.
That's who they talk about trading for right now.
The Pistons.
Yeah.
So the Pistons gonna double back and try to trade for him now.
Yeah. That the rumor I just be here now. But
Yeah,
Brooklyn, they need so much.
I got them taking Darius Acuff, the guard out of Arkansas.
See, I like Acuff, but they would do him dirty there.
Yeah, they
They
well in
would do
Brooklyn.
that young man dirty because
Somebody in
they
Brooklyn.
don't. Yeah, they don't got nobody to help him to develop him.
Well, I mean that's what they doing. They in the early stages of rebuilding the team. So they not even a year away from being a year away.
Right.
Shit.
So this man, you might well say they finna go what 2 and what?
I think that's what Acuff come on the board.
Yeah,
A score.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
he,
he's not. The highlights I seen or the games I seen of him, he wasn't really a high level defender,
yeah.
but he can score the
He
ball like hell.
he just score.
Yeah,
He
yeah, he can.
he just he can do that. Now his defense a little suspect, but I would give him that. But they better put some veterans around the young man. The They
Yeah,
need veterans on that team. Bad. Who you got at 7?
7 is the Sacramento Kings. I got them taking a guard too, Mikael Brown Jr.
They need everything.
Now, what if, because this was a rumor too, last week, it was rumored that the Sacramento Kings was interested in Ja too.
John Morant.
Yeah. That's what it was. So if they trade for Ja, then that obviously would change this pick in my opinion. But since they
Right.
haven't traded for him,
We go with your pick.
I'm gonna take Mikael Brown out of
Yeah.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Doug Christie over there, so
yeah. But they need to get some of those players off of the books though. How much money do they got?
Who?
The Kings. This man. Like free agents. Wow.
I don't know. Let me see. Because they're gonna have to spend to get somebody to come out there.
Yes. Because they need to clear books ASAP.
Let me see. Damn, they really don't have no cap space. To be honest with you, they really don't. If you think about it, because you got DeMar DeRozan out there. Then you got Zach LaVine, who opted into his $49-point-something million deal.
Yeah.
Then you got damn, what's his name? He played with the Hornets, Malik Monk.
Yeah.
You got him out there making money. You got Sabonis out there making money. So you can't, and speaking of, I think the Detroit Pistons was showing interest in it was rumored that Zach LaVine could be traded to Detroit. He only got
1 year
contract.
left.
Yeah, 1 year left because he opted into it to his 49 point something odd million. So that's an expiring contract.
Right, I could see that. I mean, but still, who the owner over there? Who the owner and GM over there?
Where, Sacramento?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even pronounce his name. It looked like, I hate to call him this, but I don't know if I don't know what the hell he is. He ain't he ain't got no American name. I know that. I can't even pronounce the shit.
Is that the owner or GM?
That's the owner.
All right, who the GM?
Scott Perry.
How long he been there?
Hold on.
Damn, ain't been that long.
Nah, he ain't been that long. Something else popped up, but shit, he ain't been there but a year.
Oh, well, he got his work cut out for him.
He used to be the GM of the Knicks from 2017 to 2023.
Yeah, he don't got no money. Don't nobody want to take a paycheck.
That had Sabonis, linked to the Hornets.
I like Sabonis myself, but he better do something to get some money off of those books over there.
Yeah.
You better do something. They have not been relevant, 3 years and 4 years?
The Sacramento Kings, they haven't been relevant more than they have been relevant. Shit.
Damn. When the last time they lit the beam?
What was that, 2 years ago?
Oh shit.
When Mike Brown was there? When Mike Brown there 2 years ago when he won Coach of the Year?
Right.
It was lighting the beam. They took Jay's Warriors 7 games.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Lost in 7, but they took them 7 games in the first round. But I got them taking a guard, Mikael Brown out of Louisville. Yeah. They desperately need a guard.
They need a guard. They need a power forward. They need everything. They
Yeah,
need
they
to get
do.
younger. They need to get younger. Their one team need to get younger fast.
Because who else the hell is on the Sacramento King roster? I feel like
Not
I'm forgetting some people.
that what the NBA said. We forgot about the King. They don't be on TV. They don't be on cable.
Yeah, I forgot Russell Westbrook. Well, he at the end, towards the end
He
of his career.
he finna retire.
Keegan Murray, forgot him. I forgot he was over there. Killian
Russell
Hayes,
talked about retirement.
Killian Hayes over there. DeAndre Hunter, he getting buried over there. Who used to be in Atlanta?
Yeah, he
Yeah, he getting buried over there.
yeah he trash.
Yeah.
I, I'm sorry. That man soft the cotton can. That man soft.
Oh, Ron. So we got the Hawks on the clock with the eighth pick.
Now, in
This is
two
interesting.
ways, in two ways, I I see this working out.
This is interesting.
One way, I would draft the big dude from Michigan.
Tomorrow day.
Yep. The other way, I would trade it for Jalen Brown.
Mm.
I tell you two ways.
You will trade that eighth pick for Jalen Brown.
In a heartbeat.
The only thing about Jalen Brown coming to Atlanta is the history shows Atlanta don't really get those. They don't go out and aggressively push to get those
Right,
marquee free agents, those marquee star players like Jalen Brown.
right,
And they cheap as hell. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So
But
Jalen Brown is getting what 60 some million now. So it's gonna be time to re him up on another contract. And
right,
if you don't pay him, then
he
trading
gone.
for him was for nothing.
Right.
So
But
I don't think the Hawks are in the Jalen Brown sweepstakes. I think that's off the table now.
but we never had a GM like we got one now making moves.
What you mean?
Like we just got the dude Wiggins from OKC.
Yeah, but still, that's not Wiggins ain't breaking the bank.
I mean, he not breaking the bank, but he to do more than what we had. And Jalen Brown, you always need that guy.
Yeah, you do. But that's just not what the Hawks do. The
Right,
Hawks don't break the bank for the guy, and they don't pay that kind of money out because Jalen Brown is
right.
not about to take a pay cut to come to Atlanta.
I, he might. You be surprised.
I don't think he's taking a pay cut to
You
come to
be
Atlanta. I
that
don't
what
even I don't even think the Hawks are gonna make any real moves in free agency. I think the moves they make are gonna be minor. It's gonna be nothing major.
I mean.
Nothing like a Jalen Brown blockbuster. Cause
Right,
they not gonna extend nobody to that kind of money with Jalen Brown, who's an all NBA player, is gonna
right.
get. That's just not what the Hawks do.
I mean, I that's why I said if I was a GM, I would do that because he a hometown kid. We need a leader.
You have to get insurance that he's gonna
No, definitely.
well, I'm not saying re-sign back with y'all, but just the Hawks they just don't dish that kind
Right,
of money out for one player.
right,
So that's why I don't believe that in there. I mean, it sounded good to get the clicks and get the
right. It sounds
yeah,
good.
it
Hey, I
sounded
the
good,
dream.
but I don't think they gonna do that. So I got them taking a guard, Kingston Fleming's out of Houston, because
See,
they re-signed CJ McCollum, but it was only for 1 year. So
right,
you have to get your guard, even though you need a big man too, but you gotta get your guard after you re-sign CJ McCollum to only a 1 year deal. So
right,
next year he's gonna be a free agent and probably gone, and you're
right,
gonna be stuck again without a guard
right.
or any depth at that position. You
Now,
know,
now look at the dude we just got from OKC. He a guard.
Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's some things that the Hawks could do with this sitting right here. They could keep that pick and select the player with it,
or
or
trade
or,
down.
or trade down. You know, because they got 2 first-round picks. They got the 8th pick and the 23rd pick,
Right.
and you could pick up Jonathan Kuminga's team option and use him as trade bait
Right.
because he could still help. He showed that he could help a
He,
playoff team.
to me, in my opinion, I think he a guy like one of those dudes. Like you got to have he like leadership wise, he won them to
Yeah,
me. But it go back to what me and you been talking about, Quinn. But our head coach let these guys play their game and build around their game. Like the New York Knicks, Mike Brown just did for the New York Knicks.
right, right.
He said, look, y'all can play y'all game, but I just don't add to it. Will Quinn do that this year? If he do that, I think we be cooking.
But
And
it was, but they was also linked to Trey Murphy from New Orleans too.
right, to me, we got beat by the New York Knicks because we needed a big man. That they did whatever they wanted to because they had 2 big men, Cat and Robinson. That's why I thinking about the dude from Michigan.
Daymar, he's
Yeah,
seven. He like 7'2" or 7'3".
you get him and go work out with Alonzo.
So I just
Go
don't
work.
understand if you do get a Daymar, what are they gonna do about the guard position, the starting point guard position?
I
Because CJ
think you
McCollum is only there for one more year. He just got a
right.
1 year extension.
I think you the pick up one in free agent. It's gonna be a lot of them in free agent.
Like who would you pick up? Because you remember you got a you on you on a budget too. Because you got a lot of contracts that's on the books now.
Right. That
So,
the tough one. But that's just me though. That
but knowing the history of the Hawks, they gonna take another guard. They should, uh, and have somebody ready to go next year after CJ is gone. Because you only re-sign them to a 1 year deal.
but you need a big man too. Double O, he okay, but everybody had that way against Double O.
Damn.
Like
So
they at Magic City.
so you would dance and so you would take a day, Amar day at the 8th
Yeah.
pick.
In a heartbeat. You need somebody to block somebody be back there. You need a Robinson. You need a big man to be back there.
You
The
yeah,
guard the basket.
they in a tough they in a good sticky situation because
Right.
they definitely need a big and they could use another guard because remember you traded Trey Young away and then you
Mm-hmm.
re-signed CJ McCollum to only
Mm-hmm.
a 1 year deal, so you only gonna have CJ McCollum for one more year, and then
Right.
after that, what you gonna be doing?
Right.
Right back looking for guard.
Another
So
guard there.
so I
So
wouldn't be surprised if they went um a day there if they went a Daymar. I wouldn't be surprised, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they took Kingston Fleming point guard out of Houston.
right.
So we got the Dallas Mavs sitting at the clock. They 9th pick. They just hired the coach from Michigan too
Yeah.
today. Seen that today.
Um they who need a guard. They
The
got
Dallas Mavs.
Kyrie. Huh?
I got to my Dallas Mavs.
Yeah. They
I got
got
them taking. I got them taking Braylon Burns,
I
guard out of
just
Arizona.
yeah. They need a guard because Kyrie has not been healthy.
They said they not looking to trade Kyrie because they want them there to mentor Cooper Flag. But like you said, they the Dallas Mavs. I could see them taking a guard, and I could see them also trading Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington to
Yeah.
get some assets.
And
Look,
I think they got a big man is a free agent right now. The
Yeah.
light skinned dude, one of they big guys.
Who for
Dallas.
Derek Lively?
Yeah.
I think they'll take calls on Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. I think the Nuggets were interested in PJ Washington. So, but the Milwaukee Bucks got the 10 pick,
Whew.
and they saying they expected Giannis trade to happen before the draft tomorrow.
That the rumor. Now where he end up, we don't know. You got Miami, you got Boston, you got OKC, you got Minnesota, you
Mm-hmm.
got the Lakers. Those are 5 teams. I think he is. He's just like a pack of grits, instant grits. He the turnaround franchise.
So he can turn it around.
Yep, a pack of instant grits. I'm for real. Those 5 teams you put Giannis or those teams.
But I'm looking at, even if you look at the Dallas Mavs, who got the 9th pick, Masai Ujiri is over there now running the show. They just hired the coach from Michigan. Cooper
Mm-hmm.
Flag is there. So I think Masai Ujiri and them is gonna kind of do this the right way. They're not gonna jump out there, especially with
Well,
a new head coach.
most definitely. I read you on that.
Yeah, so I think they it's gonna take some time, but Dallas is gonna have a solid roster, if they play their cards right with the people that they got in the front office now with Masai
Well,
Ujiri running the show. So, you know, Milwaukee got the 10 pick. I got him taking that power forward out of Tennessee. I think he like 6'10", 6'11", something like that.
yeah, they could. Who the one dude that traded for Indiana last year?
Miles Turner.
What they gonna do with him? Because I've been hearing rumors whoever get Giannis, they will get Miles Turner too.
It depends on. I don't know if they're gonna get Miles Turner, but they may do something to try to shred some salary by moving Miles Turner or something. But
Winston said Giannis wanted to leave last season for the Knicks, and now look what he missed out on. The faster they can get him out of town, the better for the team. But I think he's going to the Celtics because Winston.
Well, really, it's not him in Milwaukee. Milwaukee, they told him you're not going nowhere last year. They're like, nah, player, you not no. You the golden goose.
they told him what run.
He was the golden goose. You're not going nowhere.
They said you ain't going nowhere, pimp.
Wait, you're not going nowhere.
But
But
back there
you
but you ain't going nowhere. But back there to the locker room and suit up, buddy.
wait, don't shoot up back there. He been what I've been hearing. He been trying to get from there for 3 years now. And every time they told him no to now. Now I don't know if they just bullshitting with him or it really gonna go down tomorrow. But that's what they've been doing to him.
Yeah, because when they trade Giannis, they gonna go into a rebuild mode. Taylor
Right,
Jenkins, new head coach over there. So look for Bobby Portis to be moved. Look for Kyle Kuzma to be moved, and possibly Miles Turner. You
right,
know if the situation is right, but if not, then they gonna have to keep Miles Turner, eat some of that money, and then move him next year or something like that.
right.
I don't know, but I don't see the Heat being a team for Giannis now. It's more likely it's gonna be Boston.
Right. I mean,
that trade for him, and Jaylen Brown is going to be the piece used to get him. So I don't, it's hard for me to see Giannis in Miami. I would think that Boston would, would land him over Miami, but we don't know. The Miami Heat, they probably don't want to give up too much to get him. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give up an arm and a leg to get Giannis, versus, Jaylen Brown being a huge piece that they got leverage in their favor of to land Giannis in Boston over Miami. You know what I'm saying? Unless Giannis just come out and say I want to go to Miami and nowhere else. But even then, they don't have to trade him to Miami. You know, and I'm quite sure they would like to have Tyler Hero back in the deal. Which to get Giannis here, yeah, you put Tyler Hero in the trade, but I just don't see it being Miami. I think Miami was in the sweepstakes to get him, but as far as actually landing him, I think it's gonna be Boston over Miami. And it just seemed like a move Boston pull off 10 out of 10 times. Whether it's free agency or in the draft, they just seem to pull those type of moves off. 10 out or 9 out, 10 out of 10 times. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I could see Boston pulling the trigger on that.
yeah, I think Boston gonna be the one to do that. Now it's kind of crazy if Boston. I ain't gonna say it's crazy if Boston do it, but you're looking at the style of player how Boston play. You know what I mean? They jack up a lot of threes. We know Giannis is not a 3-point shooter. So I'm curious to know where they have to slightly alter the way they play if they land Giannis, because Giannis is not a 3-point shooter. And he's, to be effective, he's probably gonna have to have the ball in his hands, you know, in Boston. Um, so I'm just
Winston said Miami has a better trade package if the Bucks are welcoming a rebuild. Celtics have the better trade package if they want to stay competitive and grow from there.
yeah. If I think Milwaukee, to his point, I think Milwaukee do got not Milwaukee, but Miami do got the better trade package if they looking to rebuild, which they are going to rebuild, because there's no way in the hell you trade Giannis from Milwaukee and you not rebuilding. You take Giannis off of that team and you see everybody else, that's not a team that's a contender. So if you move, yeah, I ain't gonna say if, it's just a matter of time when you move Giannis, look for the other pieces like Bobby Portis and Kyle Kuzma to be on the move too at some point. But but Miami does offer better packages as far as a rebuild. Now, what they don't have is that one player like Jaylen Brown, who's an All NBA player. Miami is not can't give them back an All NBA player like Boston can. But
What?
if that happens, then Boston could turn around and flip, Jaylen Brown, and trade him somewhere and get a ton of assets back. You know, so that I could see that too. But it just seems more like the Celtics pull off these type of moves 9 out of 10 times. You know what I'm saying?
What? The Celtics, the Lakers, um, Miami, um, Boston,
because it was supposed to be a 3-team trade
yeah,
that I was
trade.
reading between the Bucks, the Heat, and I think the Pistons was supposed to be the third team.
See, I heard Boston, Bucks, and Atlanta, a three-team trade.
I heard that one too, but to me, Atlanta is off the table. It's just Jaylen Brown is not a type of move that the Hawks are known for pulling off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just not known for that. And then the contract you're gonna have to extend him to.
Mm-hmm.
He's an All NBA player, so I don't see it. From Atlanta, it
Right.
just to me Atlanta just don't seem like they do those kind of moves, give up
Right.
those type of players to get them type of players, and then let alone give out the type of contract that you're gonna have to pay Jaylen Brown.
Mm.
Yeah, because he's an All NBA player, so that extension is gonna be
Right.
It's
Crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So what you think about what's your predictions about this about free agency? Like who you think get moved, who don't get moved, who you thought was gonna get moved, and so forth.
I I would say John Morant get moved. Kevin Durant get moved. I would say hey, be on the lookout. They talked about will they go Bear might finna get moved.
Yeah, I mean I could
I mean, he'll out. I
Julius
mean,
Randle.
yeah, he need to get moved. They need to send that man back down to D League. I'm sorry.
So you
That man,
know, James Dolan, the Knicks owner, said they are not going into the second April.
so all of them, yeah. That if I'm the Hawks, I would go get that center. Who they
From where?
got?
Who?
Robinson, New York Knicks.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yes. You need a big man. There you go.
So whoever the Hawks take with the eighth pick, that'll tell me a little bit more about what they're gonna do in free
Right,
agency, which I don't think they're gonna do a whole lot in free agency. So I'm not even getting my hopes up. Like we got to make a huge
right,
splash signing. I don't believe that, and I ain't even gonna feed into that to believe it. I just
right.
if it happens, I'll be glad, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up high and think that it is gonna happen when I don't
Right.
believe it.
But it is what it is.
So what you damn, I just lost what I was about to say. So I mean, free agency to me ain't like it used to be. There's no real big names that's hitting free agency because they a lot of these players is getting locked up and extended early, so they're not
Yeah.
even seeing free agency. They're not
Right.
even hitting free agency.
But a lot of these players don't want to go into free agent because when you go into free agent, you don't know when you're going to be back on the basketball court again. You you don't know who's going to pick you up and give you the
Yeah,
money you looking for. And another thing about that, uh, a lot of these teams don't want to pay big money for players.
they're trying to stay out of that apron.
Right. But if it me and I'm the New York Knicks, I would stay in there. This the team that just won me a championship. Are you crazy? Those players who they fin lose, they were basically the part of the Knicks won that championship. The uh the backup point guard from the Knicks. What's his name? The
The
one
back
that got the long hair.
Alvarado.
Yeah, he he played minutes. He hey, that put him on Giannis. I mean, not Giannis, but Wemby.
Could be.
That put him on Wemby in the finals. The the shortest dude on the team, and he was doing his thing on Wemby. So you finna lose toughness, defense. You finna lose all that if you don't resign those guys.
Yeah,
I mean, a
but
lot
it's
of players don't play like that, but they just me though.
yeah. Like I said, it ain't no matter if but when. Because Ja is all like I said, he's all but traded. He just ain't
Right, but
technically ain't it ain't happened yet, but
right, we did our wait. I mean, I don't know when free agent began.
I think it's July 1st. Let me double check. I think it's July 1st. It's June 30th. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay. Shit, right around the corner next week, almost.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
at
yeah,
6 p.m.
Yeah, it's about to go down. A lot of these players finna go in free agent or get traded or yeah.
I'm just ready for this whole Giannis shit to be over with, man.
Me too. I tired of hearing this shit.
They've been talking about this shit for weeks, bro. When you gonna trade him? If you gonna trade him,
Shit,
trade him. If
they've
not,
been
shut the hell
talking
up.
for 3 years. 3 years. That man, he wanted to get out of there. Real talk. They the ones slow down the process. When they did the Matamo. No.
They
They
gave the
did
no
the
no.
Matamo tour. No.
They said no no. Get your ass back out there.
Well, get your ass back out there. Nothing wrong with you.
You're not playing. They ain't even play him. He said he wanted to play, but they didn't.
Right.
They
Because
didn't play him.
they know if he would play and got injured, his value would go down.
Yeah. But the big fish right now is just Giannis. Everybody waiting on to see where he go.
As soon he go, all the dominoes affect everywhere else with y'all.
Yeah.
The John Moran, the Jalen Brown, everybody else, the domino effect. Everybody, the whole world, NBA world, trying to wait for Giannis trade go down. And they
So you
said,
so you think the Lakers bring LeBron back?
if it me, I no. I
So you
I I'm trying to get younger. I'm sorry. If I'm the Lakers, I'm trying to get younger. That's just
so
me.
you so you move forward with giving Austin Reeves a max.
Yeah, or you want to see Austin Reeves on another team? The Brooklyn. If it me, I would pay my guys. Austin Reeves. I would pay him. To me,
You say you
LeBron. To me, in my opinion, LeBron going back home to the Cavs.
to Cleveland.
Yeah, that
J.I.
J.R. Smith. They just did that reunion. What 10 years reunion?
Yeah.
That's what I think LeBron going.
He said Bucks know how hard it is to find a centerpiece. Centerpiece player's last true centerpiece was Kareem.
You right, but also the Bucks been bullshitting. The man been wanting to go 3 years now. Y'all did him like Montamo did somebody. No.
The Milwaukee Bucks is one of them teams where it's gonna be hard to get that kind of marquee star player because they ain't gonna want to come to Milwaukee. So
Right,
what Milwaukee's gonna have to do is Milwaukee's gonna have to hit through the draft and sign good, smart free agents that may attract a player to come there.
but who would go to? Who would want to go to Milwaukee?
I don't know. You gotta draft them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take the OKC route and draft them guys.
And who they head coach is?
Who? Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Taylor Jenkins. That's their coach now. The
Oh,
the the former Memphis Grizzly coach.
they're right. They're right.
Yeah, he there now. So
Okay.
they're gonna have to draft until they hit on the guys. They're gonna have to draft. I mean, hell, Giannis was drafted. They didn't
Right.
go and get Giannis in free agency. Giannis was drafted and turned into what Giannis is.
But also, Giannis different. How many times we see a different player in the draft? Like, that player is different. How many, like the young kids say, one of them?
Uh,
Huh? How many times did we see one then in the draft?
They gonna have to keep. They gonna have to keep. And even when they move Giannis and get Jalen Brown back, that's an All NBA player. Now Jalen Brown may not want to be in Milwaukee, but
If Jalen Brown goes to Milwaukee, he gonna ask for a trade. He gonna be like, y'all got to release me right now. He gonna pull a AD.
who you
AD
talking?
don't want to be in Washington. Jalen Brown will be like, y'all got to release me right now. Real talk.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting tomorrow. They a lot. They said the Giannis trade is supposed to happen before the draft, and
Mm-hmm.
but it's not gonna be a star-studded
Draft. Yeah.
free agency, but I don't. I'm really just hoping and wishing they just go ahead and get this Giannis shit over with, so I don't have to read another headline
Right?
about
Me too.
the same headlines, just worded different.
Right. But everybody like and share the show.
Please do like, share, comment. Once again, man, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You know, hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all Father's Day, and it wasn't a Geno Smith like situation that escalated.
Right.
Not to bring that back up,
Well,
but
but he said Reeves isn't worth the max, to be honest.
I mean, hey, they think different.
who?
Leaves.
Oh, Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, I don't think he's a max player, but if Luca want him, then you gotta
Luke.
gotta you kind of gotta side with him
Right.
to keep him, you know, um, because otherwise it's pointless to trade for a guy like Luca, and then you're not putting nothing around him,
Right.
and it's even worse when you already have a guy and you let that guy go. That's
Mm-hmm.
worse. You know what I'm saying? At least you had somebody and you let him go. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm,
So
they got some decisions to make out there in LA. New ownership, new front office coming in. So
hopefully they know what they doing.
they
So
better. They better.
uh, I want to see some good basketball coming up in the West and the East this year. So, but
All right, then, Ron.
all
Fellas,
right,
JB, Ron,
Yes,
peace.
sir.
y'all be easy, bro. Be safe.
Be safe.